Hi guys, Kar Yong here, and this video I would like to share the trade idea on the pound GBP, right? And mainly I'm looking at two pairs to trade the pound. Okay, one is the pound dollar and the other one is euro pound. Okay, but before we go into the specific details into where I'm looking to enter and execute a trade, I would like to walk you through the rationale, or I would say the reason as to why I'm personally looking to short the pound. Okay, so aside from the technical, what I do over here is, of course, you guys know that I look into more than the charts, more than the fundamental, and we do look into the sentiment, right? And from that perspective, we are looking at the commitments of traders report. Okay, and this week over here, of course, the main focus you can see over here is the pound. We do have a scoring of 5. Okay, now this is green, doesn't mean that you're buying it, but it's just highlighting to us that you want to pay very close attention to the pound currency for this week. Now, if I dive into the details of this, right, so you can see over here, okay, what we have is the COT report on the net position for pound has shifted from rather positive net position to recently negative 12,000. Okay, and that's a very huge shift, right? You can see over here that's close to a 14% change from last week to the current week. Okay, and that is significant and it's important because you can see the open interest didn't really drop much. Okay, so what does this tell us? It means that the large speculators, okay, what are they doing? They're actually closing off their buy, and they're actually adding on to their sell position, right? So over here you can also see from as high as close to 54,000 of buy position recently, it went down to 39,000, which means that the large speculators are closing their buy. And you can also see from around 33,000 of short position, right now we are close to 52,000. Okay, so this tells me that these large speculators, they are actually adding on to their short position. They are interested to sell the pound. Okay, now this doesn't mean that the pound is definitely gonna drop for sure, and it doesn't mean that pound is gonna fall this week itself. Okay, but what it tells me is that these large traders, they are interested more in the sell side. Okay, so as a retail traders, okay, what we want to do is we want to position ourselves in the same direction as to what these large speculators are doing. Okay, so for that reason, I'll be interested to sell the pound. Okay, but of course, it doesn't mean that if you're selling the pound, then you can look at any pound pairs and just sell the pound. Okay, you want to also sell it with a particular currency that tell us have a much, number one, has a much higher probability, and of course, number two, the potential to profit is of course attractive. Okay, so for that reason, we are looking at two pairs here, the pound dollar and of course the euro pound. Okay, so in particular to the pound dollar, then why I'm looking at it, because the dollar index right now, at least for the short term, okay, we are looking for more continuation to the upside. Okay, so if the dollar is going to strengthen for the short term, then likely with pound potentially weakening, then pound dollar will be very interesting to keep an eye on. Okay, and the other one is on euro pound. So on euro pound over here, I'm of course then looking to buy this pair, right? We are selling the pound, so we are buying the euro pound pair. Okay, and if we were to take a look at the euro COT report, we can see that recently it has shifted within a very high net position territory. Okay, and this long position has been pretty consistent, okay, for the past few weeks as well, and we can see that overall the large speculators are still holding on to their euro buy. Okay, so that's where euro pound also tell me that it's one of the pair that we can potentially look to sell the pound, right? So we buy the euro, we sell the pound. Okay, so on euro pound, this is the technical analysis part. Okay, so I'm mainly using wave theory, wave principles to actually enter and execute trade. Okay, this is the part where we are looking to get in. Okay, of course, it doesn't mean that price needs to definitely drop to where we are interested. Okay, so that's not what we do as traders, right? We just simply prepare ourselves and we respect the market. Okay, so over here, we are looking to get in somewhere around the 0.8960 or 0.9010 for euro pound, and of course we are looking for buy, okay, and our target is of course way up there. Now over here, okay, if price doesn't come down and it starts to rally, okay, I might be interested to jump in as well, right? Depending on how price is going to develop, because again, you know, this is a huge upside opportunity. Looking at how the sentiment can play out in alignment to the technical as well. Okay, so for that reason, I might still be interested if price doesn't come in and it starts to break, okay, depending on how price is gonna play out. But of course, as of now, it does still look like this can drop one more, okay, and that's perfect, right? Because that's gonna give us the trade, the price area that we are looking to enter and execute this trade. Okay, so that's for euro pound. And if you take a look at pound dollar, okay, this is also pretty kind of like decent, or I would say pretty nice, okay, setting up looking at euro pound dollar, right? So what we see over here is this might be the recent top that has been established, right? We do have a diagonal pattern as well, 1 2 3 4 5, okay, and we do get our very first impulse push to the downside. Okay, and after that impulse push, this is where we start to see price starts to consolidate a bit. Okay, this might be that expanding flat that price is currently developing, and when that happens, then we do have an impulse correction, and we are anticipating another impulse drop to the downside. Okay, and not only that, okay, the bigger structure is telling me that this can potentially develop into an expanding. If I will go down to the lower time frame, okay, this structure on the H1 time frame, right, this development here suggests that this is likely a diagonal forming as well. Okay, so what we get is the impulse push and a slow correction, a crawl pattern, right? So this combination again suggests that likely price is gonna reverse to the downside. Okay, and we can apply a simple wave principles, okay, and expectation over here will anticipate 3 times, okay, that kind of confluences with that 5 count, right? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now at this very moment, it can be considered as completed because this high here has been broken. Okay, so we can see this as already a 5 wave structure, okay, as an ending diagonal. But of course, okay, we want to be patient and see how price is likely going to develop. All right. Again, price is now moving slightly. Doesn't mean that you want to jump into the trade immediately as well. Okay. So why I'm shooting this, I want to quickly highlight to you, you know, using this pound as a case study as well. Okay, and of course a potential actual trade that we can all profit from as well. Okay. To give you an example, right, a direct application of how we apply, okay, the principles, the methodologies, aligning the fundamental, the sentiment, and of course looking at technical charts, putting all this together in coming up, right, into a trade idea and how we're going to execute it. Okay, so if you take a look at this high here has also been recently tested, right? So a lot of things are right now aligned for a potential short. Okay, so this is where I want to shoot out this video, okay, to share with you guys, to take note of the pound, okay, mainly the pound dollar and of course the euro pound. Okay, so for those of you who are in the mastermind, eSmart mastermind, okay, we do have the details of where we are entering and putting our stops and targets in your dashboard. Okay, so do check that out, and of course we'll definitely come back to this 2 pair here in all our daily live sessions in the morning, right? So that's all from me. I just wanted to shoot this video out, sharing with you the trade idea, and of course with a video here, a thought process as to why we are looking at this, and all the reasons behind it, right? The idea here is hopefully you can learn from it, okay, and you know exactly how to apply those things that we have covered in the lessons, right? So that's all from me. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us. Put your questions in the comments below, write to me on email or Facebook or even on Instagram, right? Any platform that you are comfortable with, and we are more than happy to assist you, right? So that's all from me, and I'll talk to you guys soon again.